Hi, welcome to NDE TV. I'm Peggy Robinson. Today's guest is Maayan Sebbag, and she had her near-death experience during an earthquake. So I'll let you start wherever you like. Take as long as you like.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for having me. And I'm very excited to tell my story. It's an unbelievable story of NDE in an earthquake in China. So I start from the beginning. In 2008, I was a student for Chinese medicine, and I went to China to learn from the source. And over there, I was in this very busy city, Chengdu, and I wanted to see the countryside, the more like villages. And me and my friend Anat, we it was like 3 days before I got back home, my flight back home. So we thought about going to see the panda resort, and we took a bus in morning time. And also, only the way there was so weird because 1 hour and a half trip took us 4 hours. And I even remember myself telling to my friend, it feels like the universe is trying to tell us something. Like the universe is backing us, like, don't go there, don't go there. And she said to me, "Oh, Mayan, you're in your spiritual nonsense." This is how she said. And then we continue our journey. It was a very hard journey to get there. Like really, the road, the universe, God, something was keeping us back. Don't go there. And we did not listen. And we got there, and actually, even just getting off the bus and feeling the vibration of the place was very hard vibration. It was like a very not a nice atmosphere. So it felt like I remember I'm saying to my friend, it feels like it's going to be a storm. Like something is not quite right. The birds were very not very like screaming and flying all the way, very acoustic uh, disorder birds, and the weather was very weird. And she said, "Yeah, yes, you're right. Let's eat something because we are starving. It took us so long to get there. We didn't plan it like that. We didn't eat for breakfast, nothing. So we are starving. Let's go and eat something." So we got a recommendation for a fish restaurant. It was a very beautiful place, with the mountains and the green trees. It was on a creek and a river, very beautiful place, very like wild nature. So we sat in the restaurant. It was a fish restaurant. I remember myself like standing and wants to go and sit down, and suddenly I felt this movement, and I was sure this movement is in my mind, like I'm so hungry, like I have a sugar drop or something, or I don't know. But I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm a bit dizzy. And then Anat was looking at me like that. She opened her eyes so widely, like in this crazy look, and I realized it's not in my mind. It's actually happening. The movement that I feel, the dizziness, it's under my legs. So I realized, okay, this is an earthquake. And I was very slow about it, I must admit. I tried to I grabbed my friend's hand and I pull her up, and we start running to the door to get outside. But the earthquake was so high. It was 8 in Richter. It's really high, and it's impossible to walk. It's impossible to run. It's even impossible to stand. So I felt like I'm falling, and I fell on my hands. And in this crucial uh, time, the earthquake was in her peak, and all of the restaurant, all of the roof just fell on my head, and my jaw was crashing into the floor, and I crushed all of my jaw, like all of it, my chin was out from here, was, and this broke, and this one also, everything was broken, and I got my swallow, my neck, everything was swallow. And I was buried under the ruins of the restaurant, and I was unconscious for a while. I can't tell you how long it was, but it's took me a while to understand where I am, because it was very dark under the ruins of the restaurant, and it was like I'm in a little grave, and I couldn't understand what is going on. Where am I? Am I dreaming? Am I awake? I have this thing that I feel like crawling on my face. So I took my hand and I was trying to whip it, and then I realized it's blood. It's not something. It's my blood that is crawling, and then I realized I'm under a ruin, and I'm injured. And I heard my friend Anat yelling to the people that was outside to find us. And in a few minutes or few hours, I can't say how long that was. um it took me a while to realize the timeline is very unstable in those moments. And I heard Anat is going out from the ruins, and she's out and she's okay, and she's like breathing, and she's telling the people that I'm somewhere there, and I want to shout, I'm here, help me, I'm here. But my voice was numb, like the voice was broken. I couldn't
Oh,
talk. I injured my voice. I don't remember how you say it.
vocal cord.
And yeah, I couldn't use my voice. I think also my tongue was there. So you need the tongue to
Uh-huh.
to produce the
Uh-huh.
voice. It was all over. And they start to raise the things above me, and I started to see the light coming in. And then I felt like I need to push myself out. Like I felt like I'm rebirthing myself from the earth, I'm and I think in a way it was real. I think I had an old me, an old version of me that stayed there, and a new version of me like went out, like a snake that peel his skin. So I was getting out from the earth womb out, and I reborn. This is how I felt. And I was all bloody and all mud, and I heard a voice even then, a voice that says, push yourself out, push, don't fight for your life, don't give up. And I did it. I just pushed myself out, and it was very painful. And when I got out, I was opened my eyes, and I was shocked to see what is going on there. It was a very, very hard earthquake. Everything was ruined. Everything, nothing kept standing. Nothing. No shops, no restaurant, of course, nothing. Even not like electricity, like street lights. Nothing was standing. Everything fall down and was ruined. And it was like waking up to a different kind of world, like an upside world, like like the end of the world. This is how I felt in those moments. And I see my friend Anat is shouting and holding her hand, and I saw blood. And I want to ask her what happened, and I couldn't talk. I was like, "Ah." So I just like grab her and snap out of it, and she was leaving her hands. I saw that her two fingers are not there, like they were cut. And she looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, Maayan, what happened to you?" Like suddenly she realized her fingers is nothing and compared to my face. And she was so scared to see me. My look was very, very scary. And I saw around me everyone like staring at me like I'm look like a monster, like a zombie. So one guy came to me and gave me my bag. He found it under where I were, and I pull out from the bag a shirt, and I just like put it like this, and like to hold the teeth and everything, to hold it
Oh.
and to suck the blood, and even to hide the way I look, because people just they got scared of they were like staring at me like I'm a scary, and then it was, I think from that moment it starts so crazy because my adrenaline was so high. I was so in flight or fight,
Hmm.
and I just wanted to get out of there. I had this crazy energy to get out of there. I don't want to be there. And I took a notebook and I wrote a note, let's get out of here. Like, I don't want to stay here. And she says, okay, but where? And I write her, I don't care, just I can't stand here. I can't be here. I need to run away. And we just start walking crazy. I can't forget that I was walking and my suddenly my bag was too heavy for me. So I look at my bag and everything looks so ridiculous, so not important, like a perfume. What do I need a deodorant? What do I need perfume? Like, what is this stupid nonsense in my bag? Why I don't have like really normal stuff that can help me now? Like I have stupid stuff like like the modern society stuff like lipstick. What can I do with it? I was like throwing everything out from the bag and just throw it and walk, and I realize, oh, I don't need anything of it. Why do I keep it like? And I tried to call with my phone, but it was not working. All of the lines are dead. And we just walk, and we looked for the bus station, but there was no bus station. Nothing was standing. It was like resetting, of humanity. Like
Mhm.
everything was flat. And I'm talking about China. It's very, very big country. I think it's big as the US. But it's like it was more than 1,000 kilometers of destruction. Think about it.
Wow.
It's I don't know. I say kilometers. I don't remember how you say, but it's a long, long, long. It's huge amount of destruction in one place. It was like two, three cities that were ruined. And it was me and Anat. We are there, don't know what to do. We can't speak the language. So we just walk and walk and walk until we realize that we need to go to the riverside. Maybe over there we can walk beside the river. And I have this period of this time that is I don't want our time to be wasted, because my story is quite long. It can take, because it's
That's
3 days
okay.
survival story. So I will skip off this part, and if someone wants to have more, it can connect with my book or something. But in this period, we just walk. We found ways, and we got to after a few hours we got to this hospital, that a local hospital, and it was already ruined. And the hospital crew was in this crazy mode of survive of rescuing everything that was inside, like medical equipment, and of course the people that were there. And they put everyone in the parking lot on the ground, and they were getting in and out, grabbing everything they can grab, like needles, infusions, like everything that can be helpful. And I remember myself going there and look at the hospital and saying, "Oh, thank God, I'm going to survive. I'm in a hospital." It took me like 5 hours to get there, and I was like bleeding and fainting, and it was a hard journey just to get there. And I was saying, I thought, okay, this is it. I'm okay. Really, in this moment of this thought,
Oh.
I didn't even I didn't have the time to finish the thought. Another earthquake,
Oh,
um, was uh, was coming. It's called oh, I forgot the name of the earthquake that's repeating after a major earthquake. There is again small earthquakes, and it was smaller, but it was very, very scary. And everyone was shouting, and all of the trees are starting to fall on us, and it was crazy. And I remember myself want to shout, and I can't like. And it's amazing. I gonna talk about the voice, and now I'm talking about it with you. I realize that I didn't have a voice, so
oh.
it's first time I got it. So now, yeah, now I realize it. Like we're going to talk about the voice, but I didn't have a voice all the time. It's incredible. I didn't notice it until now. I had this revelation now, so thank you. Um, I couldn't scream. All of the medical everything was ruined. What left from the hospital was just ruin in front of my eyes. Like it's like my hopes was broken with this hospital. I remember myself just thinking, okay, that was I was counting on this hospital to be rescued, to be saved, and now it's gone.
As soon as you
So
get there,
what is
took you 5 hours to get there.
yeah.
As soon as you get there, like
Like
another
one
earthquake.
1 minute I was looking at the hospital and then poof, in front of my eyes, and I was sure this is it. I'm okay. I will not get here alive from here alive. I thought it. It was my first thought. Like I don't think I will ever get alive from this place. It's and oh, it's sorry. I have like oh, I need to drink.
Okay.
It's hard at the moment. Oh. It's a hard story. I'm trying to have a smile and to have like good vibration, but for me, it's inside. It's hard. It's hard. I'm really trying to overcome it. So I smile a lot, but inside it's really hard.
I get that. I get it.
And yeah. So they took everything, all of the people, and they said, let's create like a rescue place in this field that is safe from trees and nothing can fall. And they created the Chinese people are very, very smart and fast thinking. I really admire them. So they built this like a city, like a tent city. They put everything in tent. They did like the medical stuff in one tent, the injured in another tent, and it was very, for everything that was going on, it was very in order. Like it was very neat. It was cool to see it. Like they did it really fast also. And they put me and Anat in one like a small tent, and they put with us two Chinese women that they were working for the government, and they also knew a bit English, like not so good, but it was more than the other village people. And I was in the tent. Rain was coming like crazy,
Oh,
like rainstorm. It's happened a lot after earthquake and like weather, like natural disasters. Rain is coming. I noticed it, and it was floating all of the earth field, and it was like a mud, sticky mud place. It was so disgusting, and I was with all of my blood keep going, and I was in this terrible tent with no medical attention, no medical assistant, and I was in this muddy place, so not sterilized.
oh,
And I thought to myself, okay, I hope someone will come here fast. I can't, I don't think I could bear it anymore. And this woman came to me like at nighttime, and she brought me socks. They were very friendly, very, very friendly. I can't forget it, really,
huh.
and so kind. And she said, okay, I will come and visit you tomorrow. I give you the socks. And I was like, tomorrow? No, no, I can't stay here for a night. What, I'm going to sleep here? Wow, how? No. And she said, there is nothing we can do. And she said there is many injured. Like today, I know it was like 11 million injuries.
Wow.
It's a crazy number. And today, I also know it was 70,000 dead, and
Oh,
another 20,000. For total, it was 90,000 dead. It's crazy number. And the other 20,000 that they don't count, it's a school with children that was just collapsed, and they made from this school this place of memorial. You can see it. And wow, it's so painful to say it even. I promise myself I will not cry, but my tears are want to go out. Okay, just breathe a moment. And so I was okay. So I'm going to stay there. There is so many injured, so many dead people. I'm okay. I'm alive for now, so I will stay there. And we start thinking what I'm gonna do. And the doctor came and looked at my mouth, and he said, "Wow, you are in a very bad place. There is nothing we can do for you. Maybe we can have you like infusion, like going like minerals to go into your bloodstream." And because I couldn't drink, I couldn't swallow, I couldn't eat, I couldn't even drink, swallow my own spit. So he said, it's crucial that I will not lie down because the blood will choke me. So I couldn't sleep also. He said, you can't sleep. You need to sit down all night and just wait for the morning. And this is what I did. I just sat down all night, um, waiting for the sun to rise, praying to God, praying to my mother, to my family. I was like trying to telepathic tell them, help me where I am, come and help me. My mother, she told me she heard it. After
wow.
when I came back, she told me I heard your voice in my head,
Oh,
and I got your message, and I was, oh my God. And in the morning, nothing happened. Like I was bleeding to death. They came to bring me the infusion, and they said that I'm already in a crisis, like my body is already in a shutdown systems, and I'm like I'm dry, how you say it, that you dry, you can't. My
dehydrated.
skin was already hydrated, yeah. My skin was so they couldn't even put in the water, they couldn't get
Uh-huh.
in. It was hydrated. And that was the second day. And as the day goes on, I felt my energy goes out, like I'm getting weaker and weaker, and my life beat, my life energy is like spreading from me, like I felt that I can't grab the life force, it was like slipping from me. I
Right.
couldn't I couldn't feel my life force anymore. And my friend Anat, as night was coming, she said, "Please, Maayan, please don't die on me. Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, what I'm gonna do here with your body? How can I tell your parents? Please, for me, try to keep alive." And I felt that I can't anymore because it was like so many hours. It was more than 48 hours without food, without drinking, with bleeding, massively bleeding. Couldn't even sleep. Pain. I felt like I'm exhausted. Like I can't do anything anymore. This is it. I felt like my like life bit was like ending, like my candle is getting like it's going to die, like and she said, please try to keep your eyes open. And as the night was ending, like she fell asleep. She was so tired. She also had her fingers so painful. She had
Mm.
such a pain. It's more pains than the jaw because it's more neurons and neurons
Nerves.
like
The nerves.
yes, the nerves. Yes, yes. Thank you. The nerves. There is more nerves in the hand, and she suffered so much from so many pain. She had so much pain, and she fell asleep, and I felt like my body is like getting getting heavier, and Maayan is not anymore the body, this is like I'm a different unity from the body is there, and when I look at it, it's look like part of the earth, like my body is part of the ground, like it's one, the earth and the body are one, but I'm not that anymore, and I felt like my like I can't hold my body anymore. Like I'm floating. I'm floating out, and I didn't want it. I was try to grab the body from. I don't want to lose it, but I couldn't. It was just something is pulling me out, and I'm getting lighter and lighter, and I'm getting up and up, and I'm just floating up and up and up and up, and it felt like ever, it felt so long, but then I got to this place that it was dark and empty for my eyes, but it was full with love and and a hug, and like it felt like home, like I'm home. I felt like this is like this place is hugging me. It's like my home. It's loving me. And it's interesting because it's like it's like the opposite from here. Because here our eyes sees so much, but there is so little love and feelings, like, and there it's opposite. There is nothing to see. It's empty, but it's full with love and energy and feelings. It's like the opposite world from here. It's amazing. And because a lot of people like ask me, was it empty? But it's not emptiness. Like we don't really understand what is emptiness really is. It's sometimes we even scared of emptiness. Like we need to all the time fill our houses and fill our days with things, but there it's like the ultimate emptiness, and it feels so good. It feels so incredible, and this emptiness, this nothingness, like it's amazing, and I learned from it. Today I try to have my day that I will have some emptiness in my day. Like we can call it even meditation. Um, but it's so important to have this nothingness in every day. That to This is the source of that feels are that we are feeling from. And feels are up. How you say? Oh, my English. I'm sorry. We it's the places that charge us, and we are charging from the emptiness, not from everything. Like we think that if we feel like sick, we will eat and we will get stronger, but it's the opposite. When we are sick, we need to not to eat, we need to fast, and then we will get healthier. We need to do less all the time, less eating, less feeling, less being, less doing, more being. And this place, it's amazing place, and in this dark place, I suddenly saw this light that's moving towards me, and this light became a voice, and it's like a moving light with a voice. And this voice was, I heard this voice in the beginning. I couldn't understand what I'm hearing, but then in my head, it's become like words that I can understand. And it's talked to me, and he asked me. He said, "Maayan, what is the most thing that you are sorry to let go from your your identity, like your." He said, um your it's how you say, like time, not timeless, like we are, um it's like we are not here for long, so it's like a limited time identity, and your temporary identity, even like that. And I said, what do you mean? Like, I couldn't understand. I was 27 years old, and I was like, what do you mean, like temporary identity? Like, what does it mean? So in my mind, it started to show me like everything, like my life, my childhood, my interaction with people, that everything was like taking in a fast mode, show me everything. And then he said, this is not Maayan, this is only one bit of Maayan. Everything you know as Maayan, it's like my color of my eyes, your, if you're a woman or a man, everything is stays there. Here it's internally, this is the internal state. So you bring only the source of you in to here, and you leave everything there. He wanted me to answer what is my most like thing that I'm sorry that I didn't do or didn't create, or didn't. And then I realized, okay, this is goodbye from Mayan, from everything she was, from everything she represents. And it was a very sad moment for me, because I didn't want to say goodbye to this Mayan with everything that she represents. Like, also my representation, it's also the people I know, it's my parents, it's my friends, it's my, and I don't know if I will see them again. Like, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I didn't speak, and I didn't talk the real things, like my real feelings. um and again, it's the voice stuff. You see, I'm like, I didn't talk, I didn't use my voice correctly. This is amazing. It's
I
now
had the
I'm
exact
realizing
same
that.
feeling at 25 in my NDE. I didn't speak
Wow.
up. That was very clear to me. I regretted I didn't speak up. I didn't share my story, what happened to me in my childhood, or anything that was going on to me by other people. I didn't speak up, and I regretted that. And when I come back, I wanted to learn to start to speak up.
So this is the reason you're doing this NDE TV? It's one
Maybe.
of the reason, I suppose. Today we have this,
I want
we are
others
good
to speak
together.
up too, to share their
Oh,
truth
wow.
that we hide.
Wow. So you give a stage for everyone to speak up.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's amazing. Wow. Um, so then in that moment I realized that I'm not using my ability to talk as I should. Like, I was all the time fighting with my parents, and I never told them how much I appreciate them. Oh, I'm going to cry again. Oh, Peggy, what are you doing to me?
It's fine. I mean, what an
Oh,
experience you had. I imagine this
wow.
will always affect you this way.
Yeah, I'm telling the story. I lecture it a lot, but I think it's something about you, because it's really depends who I'm telling the story. And if I want to cry all the time, it means that you have a very big heart. Really, I feel your heart.
I'm glad.
So,
I'm glad because I'm right there with you. I'm right
yeah,
there
I
in
feel
heaven
it.
with you,
I really feel
understanding
it. It's like therapy. I want to
to
cry all
be
the
in your
time.
early 20s and you're on the other side,
Yes,
that you're not,
and
you have regrets. The things you didn't get to do, what like you said, not
yeah,
speaking up.
not speaking up the important things of life, because we speak a lot of nonsense. Really, we talk a lot. We talk a lot, and we don't say the crucial things.
And we're not ready to be
We
separated
don't.
from our family. Mine was my
Yeah,
children. I had three little boys at home. Yours was your parents and your friends. And we just didn't want to be away from them.
Yeah, but I think what I realize is that the time we do have here with our friends and family, we need to cherish and to talk our truth, to really talk our heart.
Yeah.
And with my parents, that back then I was just complaining and fighting with them, and I was all the time angry at them, and I couldn't, and I didn't have the chance to say, I thank you. Thank you for everything you, oh, I'm going to cry again. Thank you for everything you did to me. And I was really sad. And then the voice told me, okay, it's good, but get more in, like get in more inside to yourself. Like this is a nice revelation, but you need to reveal more. And I was, what? What can be more than that? And then said, okay. So so I wanted I wanted to help people. I want to be a Chinese medicine. I want to help people to get more healthy, to get more happy. And I didn't do it. I didn't prof um like the words was my words is slipping away. Uh Perfilled it? How you say it?
What is
Perfil?
it?
My-
You're
like
saying reveal?
like create I
Okay.
didn't create it. Like I didn't and the voice said, it's good, it's important, but get more in. And I said, okay, more in, more in. What is the most painful understanding of your loss of this Mayan? And I was okay. After he said it, I felt like a punch in my stomach, in my like my lower stomach, and I realized I didn't use my body and my spirit to become a mom. And I'm living Earth. I'm living this life, and I didn't. I wasn't a mom. I didn't had this experience of being a mother to create something and to leave something after me, and it was so painful. It was like it was so painful. And the voice said, "This is it. This is the energy. I want you to reconnect. Like use this energy to save yourself. Do you want to save yourself? Do you want to go back to Mayan?" And I said, yes, I don't want to end my life like that. I didn't create, I didn't do anything. I'm so young. I want to go back. And the voice said, use this energy, this painful energy about your motherhood and 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 save yourself and do it by listening carefully to what I'm saying. The moment the moment the sun will rise, the rain will stop. You and your friend take your stuff and go start walking. You need to rescue yourself by walking. Be aware there is some people that will try to stop you and other will try to help you. Believe in me and you will be rescued. You will be survived. And it's vanished. I was back into my body.
Okay.
And I woke up into this rain. It was cold, it was wet, it was dumped, it was disgusting, bleeding body, a lot of like metal taste in my mouth, and it's like in my broken. It was very hard to go back to the body. Like it was disgusting. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here. It's like, but I'm getting a second chance, and I need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I was in this crazy energy, like electricity energy, and I was looking for the sun come up, and I saw the sun is rising, and the rain was stopped. And I said, okay, this is the first step. I took my notebook and I wrote, Anat, I want to rescue myself by walking, foot rescue. And I woke her up, and she was open her eyes, and she was like, she didn't know if I'm dead or alive because she didn't want to fall asleep, and she was, okay, Mayan, what is it? What you're alive? Okay, what is going on? And I show her that, oh, I have this goop son, and and she said, what is going on? And I gave her to read my notebook and what I wrote, and she said, what? How can you walk now? It's you were dead like 6 hours ago. Like, wait. And she saw my eyes like I was damn serious. Now today I know she was thinking, before people are dying, they have this less wish, like less energy
Hmm.
flow, and it's like second before they are dying, they have this rush, this energy rush, and she thought that that was it, like a dead less wish of a dead dead woman, and she said okay, and I didn't tell her what I experienced. It took me 9 years to tell this story,
I get it. Yeah.
9 years to say it. I was everyone. If I start to like telling the story, people started to get so scared and they couldn't handle it. And I
Right.
felt like if I will tell them, they will like they have this, they will crush. And if they will crush, I will crush after them. I was not strong enough to tell it. Today I'm strong enough to like to hold my story, inside of me,
It's
and
like
to
we're
give it like
so sensitive to the look on their face when we start to tell it. We look at their face to judge, do I stop or do I go?
yes, exactly. So today I'm strong enough to don't get I'm not dependent on what other will react. I have this place in myself that is a whole. Like I'm complete with it,
Yeah.
I'm feeling I'm feeling good with it. It's like I think this is like to become healthy. It's like this is healing
Yeah.
when
We
your story
acceptance.
is not accepted. Yes, our story inside of us is not broken anymore. It's like we 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 put the pieces together and we created it strong enough. And so we were walking out, starting to put shoes, clothes, everything, putting the bags, going up from the tent. We start walking, and our Chinese friend saw us walking. She woke up, she saw us walking, and she was yelling, "What are you doing, Maayan? What are you doing?" She was running. She did such a mess, such a. It was so. She was screaming so hard. People woke up and came to see what is going on. And in 3 4 minutes, I finding myself in the middle of a circle of Chinese people just staring at me. What is going on? And she said, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" And we said, as Anat said, we want to go. We want to try rescue Mayan on foot. And she said, are you crazy? What's going on? It's you can't do it. It's 12 hours walk out of here. It's 12 hours walk. You need to climb two mountains because all of the bridges between the mountains are broken. There is mud flow from the mountains. The mountains were like the rocks, everything, and the rain, everything was like a mudslide, it was, you can't walk
Wow.
it. People came, like we had these soldiers, the Chinese soldiers, they came to write the names of the survivors, and they said it was impossible to get here. They almost couldn't do it. What do you think, you and her, like, look at her. She can't even stand. She's a dead woman. Like, she needs like a medical fly rescue. She can't walk it. And then I had this scared, scared. I felt scared in my heart. Like my heart was like, oof, like maybe what am I doing? Like she's right. And she did so much noise. The doctor came also, and the doctor was, what is going on? And she told him, and they want to walk. And he looked at me like, crazy. You can't walk it. And he says, Anat, if you are going with her, she will die. I'm so scared. And I was so scared at this moment that I was thinking, like maybe it was a hallucination, because I was dried out. And this is hallucination. It's happening when people are dried out. They have this hallucination. And I said, maybe I'm hallucinating this voice, this experience, and this big doubt, our worst enemy. It's I had this crazy doubt. I doubt and scared, and fear. And I said, okay, so they're right. But then I had this voice in my head that says, remember what I told you. Like, some people will try to stop you, and believe in me and you will survive. So I said, okay, I need to do like a leap of faith. I need to walk by only on this vibration, on belief. This is it. I have nothing else to hold on, only my belief system now. I believe that there is some divine energy that's gonna help me.
I love
And
that. I love the way you put that leap of faith.
I had this I had a moment in my life, really. It's all of those memories of the 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 places and times that people told me no, and broke my dreams and broke my belief system, and I believed them and I didn't believe me. And I said to myself, even if I'm wrong now and I'm gonna die, I prefer to die trying and not die without trying. At least I will try. And if I go back to this beautiful place and I will talk with the voice, I will tell him I tried. I will not come with regrets,
Right.
because I can't regret it. I need to do it for myself. Like, I tried.
Because you was already there with
Actually,
regrets once.
today, telling you, Peggy,
Hmm.
if I didn't, yes, but today, knowing, if I would listen to them, I would not be here, because the medical assistant never came. Never came. They didn't send medical assistant and air rescue. They didn't. So if I would listen to them, I would die there for sure. I'm here only because of that moment that I realized I'm going with my belief and my voice inside of me, and I just jumping, like leap of faith. And I start walking. And that was keep like talking with them. I walk. I said I don't want to hear it even. I want to disconnect with this conversation, because it's make me like anxious, and I need my full energy. Like, I need my focus to do it. And I walk, and then I got to this road that was blocked. Everything, rocks, trees, everything, and I couldn't go. I didn't know what to do. I just sat on the ground, on the it was a road. I just sat on the road, and suddenly I saw shoes like standing, and I was looking up, and I saw this Chinese guy, and he was looking at me, and he said to me, "Do you need help?" And I did like yes, like that. And I gave him my hand. He pulled me up, and he looked at me, and he said, "Do you want to go out of here?" And I said yes. And he said, "Can you walk?" And I said I did yes, and I like did like I'm running to see that, to show him that my feet are working. And he said, "Okay, I will help you." Took my hand, put it on his neck, and just carry me. Apparently, it was a road next to inside the bushes, inside the forest. It was a little road that only locals knows, that go up the mountains. And he took me inside the mountains, and Anat was there. And she sees me like disappearing inside the mountains with this stranger guy. And she was like, man, was running after us. And she stopped, and she like, what are you doing? Where are you taking her? And then she was looking at me and him, and she said, "Oh, okay." She just realized it like that. She had this intuition. She understood. Okay, he's taking us. I don't know how she understood it, but she said, okay, let's go. And she took the other hand of me and we all walked together, and we walked and walked. In the middle of the walking, we stopped to say to his mother that he will gone for 12 hours back and forth, so 24 hours gone. And his mother said, you can't do it, don't take her, it's too risky, she's full of blood, there is animals in the forest, like it's a jungle, it's not like a, it's a real jungle, it's, we are in a forest place, you know, in like um this oh, forgot the word, okay, never mind, it's place that that it's all like real animals, like there is wolves and bears, I don't know, it's the place of the panda resort, it's, and he said, no, I'm taking her, mom, I'm taking her, like it was in Chinese, of course. And he said no to his mother. In Chinese culture, you can't say no to mother. You don't say no, never. They it's not like us. We like say to our mother all the time, leave us alone. In China, they raise them very, like very strict. And it's the first time ever he told his mother, no, I'm taking her. And he took me and we walked. In the middle of the way, we also met two guys that was sending by our family and our government to look for us. And then we walk all together and we walk for 12 hours. I climbed two mountains,
Wow.
like crazy mountains,
Uh,
like ridiculously crazy mountains. Today, if I couldn't do it today, like even with food and water, I couldn't do it. Then I was walking only on wheel strength, you know, only on the power of will, because my body was completely empty. I didn't eat or drink and I was dried up out from liquids, blood, everything. I didn't sleep for 3 days. It was the third day
wow.
and I walked for 12 hours like that. I it's crazy, and I think also my story is also telling us that we are much stronger than we think.
You wanted to be a
It's what
mother.
they're yes, yes. I wanted I really wanted to be alive. Like I
Yeah.
really appreciate this life now. And and we have more strength than we know, you know, the doctors and everything that tells us that we are weak and we need a lot of food and we need a lot of help, it's not true. We have this crazy energy that, because we are not only our body, we are also a great spirit, and this is something we can forget. When I was walking, I was not walking by energy of the body, it was not that, it was walking on my spirit energy, on my willpower. It was strength from another place, and we
When
have it.
when you said when you came back, you had this crazy energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you needed that.
it was crazy. Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
I felt like a recharge, you know, like a battery that was recharging.
Uh-huh.
But it was a hard walk. I remember the second mountain. I told him, "Leave me here. I don't want to do it." I had my break moments. I will not lie. I also
Mhm.
tell about it in my story in my book. Um, but it was I needed to concrete the mountain, and the mountain was me. Like the mountain was inside of me. I needed to concrete the to find the strength to get up this mountain, and I found it. I found it, and it was hard. It was very hard. I was very ill after it. I had diabetes because of this walking.
Oh,
My body was took all of the energy from the muscles, and I had diabetes because of it.
oh,
Yeah, I was very ill after it. Yeah. Um, it's broke my body, but my spirit was there. So it's amazing. And then I was in the hospital, and they put me for one night to look at me like, and they said, okay, tomorrow you're gonna have the surgery. and I was so tired, and they didn't understand how bad my situation was because I couldn't speak and I couldn't write in Chinese. And at the surgery the next day, it was 8 hours surgery, and they lost me. I died again on the table, like the surgery table. I died. I couldn't. I was dead. I didn't have any more strength. I felt like even my mental or my spiritual strength was already low also. I like, how long can I hold it? And I just felt in the surgery, I felt like my spirit was like gone out of my body, like whoop. And again, I was going up and up and up. I saw my body on the surgery table. I saw the doctors like, oh, we lost her, like bring everything, do it. And I was up, and I got up, and I got again to this dark place. And this time again, the voice came and he asked me, "Do you want to go and through this door?" And I saw this door is open up, and it was a round door, like it felt like a moon that was empty, but it's got fuller and fuller and fuller. And then it was like a tube, like a tube door. I can go through this tube. It was like, or you want to go back to your body. I had this second time of choosing, and I said, I thought about it this time, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's hard to go back. Really, it's hard to the difference between there and here. I can understand why people are choosing not to go back and keep going, because it's really nice there. It's really full of love, and it's really nice. No pain, no stress. And I said, no, I really want to be a mother, really. And I said to the voice, it's a ridiculous saying, but this is what I said. I said to the voice, I want to go back, but I don't have any more power. Like I'm done. And he didn't say anything. He just created. This is a crazy moment. Every time I talk about it, I'm so excited. I start to tear. He just created this horse from light, and he said, "Go with the horse." And I just went with my spirit on this spiritual horse, and we rode into my body, and the horse and me just get into my body, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
woke up, and the doctor was like with this, this defibrillator, how you say?
Okay. A
This,
fibrillator.
the
Uh,
defibrillator, how you say?
fibulator?
Defibrillator? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, my.
It's okay.
And I was woke up, and they said, okay, she's here. And I couldn't forget this horse. The first thing that I opened my eyes and they gave me to write something, I write horse like 100 times. Horse, horse,
Uh,
horse. They thought I lost my mind. they they didn't understand. But the horse part, I couldn't keep it to myself. I wanted to tell about the horse all the time to everyone. I didn't care. I just want a horse brought me back. There is horses up there. I told my father, I told my mother, I told everybody, and my father told me once that he went to this place that was the earthquake, this village, and he said that the symbol of the village is a horse. So this horse stuff is amazing. I realized that in many cultures there is this horse that is doing this jumping from this um, this round to that round. It can walk between rounds, between words. It's amazing,
I
and there
think
is
I've
so many
heard
cultures.
in children's NDEs. I think that's where I usually hear
Hey,
horse.
oh, wow, it's amazing.
Mhm.
Maybe my unborn child that I really want to bring,
Oh.
send me my horse.
Well, you couldn't do it yourself. You need carried, you need brought, and that's what he
Yes,
did.
that horse is I have a lot of story about this horse. I had this. post-trauma, and I had a lot of post-trauma after it. I couldn't drive. I couldn't be driven, like to sit next to the driver. I had these panic attacks. And once I did this I don't know if you know this theta healing session, and they did this meditation. It's called theta meditation. And in this meditation, you imagine you going up and up and up. I also do it today. I learned it because it was so good for me. I said, okay, I must, I learn it and do it to other people. And when she said, imagine yourself going up and up and up, like going to the God light around, I saw the horse there, and I was like I faint. They told me in the classroom that I fainted, and they
Huh.
like stopped everything. They came to me, they gave me water. They did like, wake up, spring water on me, and then they said I couldn't breathe. They say breathe, breathe. All the class was like, what is going on? And I told them the story, and I told them about I met the horse there. I met the horse when I meditate, and when I saw him, he was like, I think I did something with this horse, and after that meditation I was cured from post trauma. I didn't have any more post trauma,
Huh.
and it was amazing. It was like a crazy healing of post trauma because I met the horse, or maybe I released the horse because maybe he was in me and I put him back. I don't
I
know,
know it's like he's
but
your
it was
strength or something. You didn't have the strength to come back, and the
wow.
horse was your strength, and I don't know.
Yeah, my energy animal. Yeah, my strength animal. Yeah, a lot of culture believe in this strength and that we have animals that they give us power. Um, wow, and I was fine. I was like it was immediate spontaneous healing from post trauma, and today I have nothing. I'm good. It's
That's awesome.
amazing, and of course today I have three children. The first thing that I did, I like get I was with my fiance, and I said, let's get married and have children. Like, don't waste time. Like, and he said, okay. It's crazy because before I didn't want children.
Huh. You
Yeah,
wanted to
when I came back,
create.
yeah, really, it's becoming one with the creator, huh? To bring children. It's we are becoming partners with the creation. We create with him with this beautiful God divine
And
amazing
how
powers.
fortunate we are as females to be able to carry that life. We can
Yes,
conceive it and can carry it and produce life, and men have their part, of course, but we women were just like the earth, bringing a
yes.
child through.
In my culture, it's we believe that the men are creator of the ideas and women are creators of the flesh. Like we create with the matter, with the and they create with energy.
Mm.
So they put the idea of a child in our womb, and we create life from this seed of idea because everything starts from an idea,
Yeah.
you know, from a thought.
Right.
So they also they create in their vibration. So we create in our vibration. I like ours better, yeah, but
How old are your
but
kids?
everyone, what?
How old are your kids?
My older is 16 and a half, almost 17. And I got pregnant so fast. I just came to my country and I conceived in a moment. It was not normal even. I had another miracle. The doctors they told me I couldn't bring children because I didn't got my period, and I got pregnant. So in 1 month after the earthquake, I got pregnant. It's amazing, so fast. I really wanted it. So yeah, I have a daughter. She's 15 years old, and my youngest son is 13 soon. So they are already big, but
That's
so this
beautiful.
is my story.
So, how long did it take you? You say it took quite a while to come out and start talking about your NDE.
It took me a long time to really speak it without having this anxiety attacks, because every time I talk, I got these flashes and anxiety. Today I a bit cry, but then back then it was really like a post-traumatic. Wow, it was very hard for my body also, because it I would start shivering, and my heart, and so I just closed my mouth. And it took me my I couldn't talk for 6 months. It took my mouth to become um, uh, to heal in 6 months. 6 months I was quiet. I didn't use my voice. And when they open it, like I could talk, it was so hard to talk, because I understood how much energy we need to talk. Like I couldn't. It's like I spoke. I didn't have the energy to like produce the sound. And I realized, wow, we use so much energy to speak up. It's unbelievable. We don't even understand how much energy we use to talk. We use a lot of energy. This is why people that talk a lot, they are so exhausted. It feels like we don't do anything, but we produce so much energy. It's vibration.
And it's so ironic that that was part of your NDE that you wanted to speak up.
Yeah, it's like I couldn't speak. I learned how to speak, and the voice was guiding me. Yeah, there is so much voice and talking and speaking, but we also believe that we create with talking. We create with words. Like words has vibration, and we create with words. Like God did. God creates with words. And there is a saying, abracadabra. And it means abracadabra. It's mean I will speak as I will create as I speak. It's in my language. It's evrakadabra, abracadabra. It's I create as I speak. It's amazing. So it's a magician word, but it's really we create with our words. We create. If we say, um, I'm so fat, I feel so fat, we create fatness. If I say, um, I can't do it, we couldn't do it. We need really to to realize and to be in full attention with what we are saying. It's so important. And after being in silence for 6 months, I really understand the power of words and the power of talk. And it took me 9 years for total just to speak it. And when I opened my mouth and told the story, people were amazed and they just want to hear more and more. And people told other people and other people, and it's become like that people wants to come and hear this story, because this story is affecting them in different ways. Like they're giving them a belief, they're giving them strength, they're giving them the understanding that there is life after death, and we can choose. We are stronger than we thinking, and it's like and then I realized how much power there is in this story, that it's a miracle story, and I'm alive to tell it. And it's really it's a privilege to have this opportunity to tell this story. And it's not something I need to hide from. And then I changed the perspective that Maayan that was hiding from the story, I become Maayan that start telling the story. And it's become like how you say oh, it's become a way of living. Like I feel like I owe it to the divine. Like he put me there and gave me two time to choose, and it's the least I can do, just tell about this miracle. And that we are not alone, really. We feel so alone here, but this is the lie of this earth has this energy vibration that has this, the metrics, the the it can hide the truth from us. And I think it's part of our destiny to remember who we really are in this place that makes us forget. Like we need all the time to remember and to reconnect to this truth. And every time this vibration of this planet is forgetting from us the truth. Every time we wake up, we need to to remember again what is the truth. I'm a big spirit that connected to a higher state of vibration, and I am a part of the creation. The creator is partnered with me. We are partners. We are creating together, and I have this ability to create. I have this ability to affect. I have the ability to choose. I have the ability to speak as he does. He can speak. We are the only creature that speaks like him, and we are not alone. And even if it's scary place, we need to believe, and we need to hold in our heart the truth that we need to believe and just do it. Even though it seems like crazy, impossible, even though we are walking in darkness, it's really the story of all of us. This is how I feel. The story of all of us. We came here to all the time remember that we are part of something that's it's much much bigger than what we think
Isn't
or
it
what we are told.
unique, strange, I don't know what the right word is, to remember not being here? And then now that we're back, it's like we're never the same because you can't unremember this. You can't forget that what it's like to be on the other side and to think that it's over, to think you don't have any more chances, you don't have any more voice. You know, when you saw your body down there, you were no longer part of that. It was something else from you. And you just don't forget that spirit self. You know, we have so much identity, you know, what we look like or what we sound like. But when you've been there and you come back, you always know that spirit self. You can't separate anymore mentally from that place, from that person you were that thought your life was over in your 20s, that you would never get to do your motherhood thing. Mine, I had three boys and I wanted to finish raising them. And to come back and get to finish raising them, it's like every day. It's like gratitude because, you know, like you say 90,000 people died. Was that right? 90,000?
Yeah.
And you died twice, you know, there and then in surgery, and then here you are, and you know, you got to have your kids. Like I got to raise my boys, and it's like, how do we repay? That's how I feel. Another thing is I know we talked a little bit before we got started about that voice and how we still have that connection to hearing. It didn't stop when just because we were over there and back. It didn't stop when we come back. We still hear that voice.
Yes, but I feel that sometimes life can be so stressful, like so like we are in very surviving mode. We need to work, we need to bring money to the children, they need to eat, we need to do laundry, we have so many stuff going on in our life, and it's become sometimes I can forget in this raising children race after job money, this we are living in this race place. It's like our life are so full of um how you say
Responsibility.
it's yeah. Yes, it's too busy sometimes. and I can forget, and I can also forget the voice that can help me. It
Uh-huh.
happens to me a lot. I need to all the time to remind myself, Mayan, you are more than what is going on here. Like, don't be stressful. Like, I have this manager calling me. I was like, oh my God, the bank. But then I was like, okay, Mayan, it's relax, calm down. You have this power to help, and everything will be okay. And when I reconnect to this beliefs to this belief system, and I really feel it in my heart that it will be okay, things are getting okay, like miraculously sometimes,
Hmm.
um and it's like all the time, this like fighting inside of you between like going with the logic, like the logical, like with the money, with health, with everything that makes us worried. We worried a lot. People are worried all the time. So we have this like pulling, inside of me, between the worries and the fears, and between the belief and hope and faith, and it's all the time pulling. I all the time. It's like
Yeah. Well, honey,
all
you're
the time.
45. Honey,
Yes.
you're 45. You know, I'm 64. I remember being your age. I have a son your age, and I see him going through my other sons in their 40s, and it's your age. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be busy. You're supposed to be preoccupied. And when you get a little older, you'll slow down. Your body slows, your mind slows. And when your mind slows, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because you'll get more in
Amazing.
tune. You'll hear it more. You'll remember. You'll look back. The younger you, the child you at this age, that age, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You haven't got there yet, but you will. And people think, old, oh my gosh, wrinkles and this and fat and oh my gosh, if they embrace it, it's such a beautiful place to be because you're no longer so busy. You no longer have the financial worries you have, and like you say, the cooking, the laundry, the cleaning the house, the kids and the squabbles and all these things,
But
all this
there is a
responsibility.
lot of women. There is a lot of women in at your age that they it's like the worst time of their life. Like they feel so unmeaningful and lonely. Um,
No,
and they
I love it.
feel
I love it. People look at me
so.
like,
I
oh,
I
you
really
used to be
I
so thin, or you used to be, and I see all the women my age that I went to high school with or, grew up with, and like, my God, they look old, you know, and
You
um,
look you
you
look so
just,
young, really. It's amazing.
and honestly, I think gain some weight, ladies. Honestly, the ones that have stayed the same size as they were in high school, they look 90 in their 60s. You got to have nutrition. Maybe I went a little overboard in nutrition, but you got to fill out those cheeks with fat. They say as
Yes.
you get older, you got to choose between your butt or your face.
So
And
if you have this like tip to give, like something to give to women that they get into to this time of life, that in ancient culture we said that the women have four cycles. We are the child, we are the young woman, we are the mother, and then we are the wise woman. And so this is the part of the wise woman. It's supposed to be the most beautiful part of our lives, and somehow in our society it's mixed up with the lowest and the most, like people are running away from the age.
yeah, I can go to town now without putting on makeup. And I'm okay with people looking at me and seeing an older woman than someone fixed up in their hair or whatever, dress up or whatever. I'm okay. They can look at me and see an old woman because you know what? They look at you differently. If you're trying to be something younger, you're just not going to be authentic. And I like for people to look at me and see me, my authentic, my age, hopefully my wisdom, hopefully my kindness. And I look in the mirror and I kind of grin because I can see both my grandmothers. And that is a
Yeah.
blessing. Yeah, sure, you're getting this and you're getting that. And, but I see my grandmothers. I see different parts of one, my dad's mom, and I see different parts of my mom's mom. And I'm like, there you are. I'm getting to become them. And you just realize, you look at your when someday you have grandchildren and you look back, you get the up like me, died at 25, got to come back and raise my sons, and I can sit back and watch my kids now have teenagers and see them graduate high school. My oldest son, he has a stepdaughter that he raised his first marriage that has had two children. I get to see him be a grandpa. It's just when you've died in your 20s and you're back. I think maybe too that helps see life differently because I could have missed out on all of this. I'm just so thankful that I get to be here on this earth a little longer and be able to see all this play out. My kids' success, everything, any way we can help them. And I don't know. I just see it as no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Sure, I'd like to lose some waistline and bend over a little easier, which I could at any point. But yeah, I hate to be in a room with women my age because all they want to talk about is diets, and they're trying to win a race that they're not going to win. And I want to talk about
Yeah.
spirituality. I love talking to you and hearing what your
Yes.
experience and um, not everybody can connect with God the way we do. And it's just because we were there and we heard that voice. And it's taken
And we
me,
felt it.
and you're fortunate that you're so young talking about your experience because I was in my mid 50s before. I haven't been
Wow.
talking about it that long. um, before I wrote my book. Right before that, I just started going to some groups. And, the first time I told my story, I felt like I was levitating. I was back hovering over the pond when I was 5 when I drowned. I was back hovering in the white light at 25 from the ectopic pregnancy. And, but now what I'm going through is the voice is so clear now. I don't fight it. I don't deny it. I know exactly when I hear it. And we talked a little bit before I got started is in July I was praying and I got mad at God and I started getting lippy like I did at 25 when I was lippy. I was mouthy. I was rebellious. And at 25, I want to go back and raise my kids. And I kind of got that way a little bit when I was praying because my husband was cancer free. 2 months later, we come find out that the cancer's back, and now he's got these two other cancers, and they're both very aggressive and incurable. And I'm like, really,
Wow.
God? Like, seriously? I mean, I know it happens to other people, but seriously, I'm going to have to watch my husband suffer and die. And I started getting, upset. And as I'm rambling, all of a sudden, God interrupts me. Somebody laughed the other day, said, God interrupted you. And I'm like, yeah, God interrupted me. And he said, nothing's going to happen to Jim. Jim's my husband. And I immediately recognized the voice. I immediately knew that was God. It was not me. I was busy having a fit, and it just come in. I'm like, really? And ever since he was diagnosed almost 2 years ago, I've had this fear. I've scared. I'm not had hope. But this come in and I knew. I got up and I ran down, turned off the TV, told my husband, and he got up and hugged me and we were laughing and crying because he's
Wow.
come to trust my voice as much as I've come to trust it. And he's been optimistic all along. I'm not
Amazing.
leaving you. Nothing's going to happen to me. And then I think it was the next day. Now I have this hope and this joy. I'm like, okay, but God, how are you going to do it? How's this going to happen? How's this incurable cancer is going to be gone? How's this? And I picked up his phone because I deleted my Facebook account for a while, like I do once in a while. And so I was looking on his phone, and this thing come up on the phone, had a picture of a dandelion, and it said, Dandelion root cures 95% of colon cancer in 48 hours. And I stared at that picture, this drawing of this dandelion they have on there. And I sat up. The name of my memoir is The Will of a Wildflower because of a communication I had with a wildflower right after my 5-year-old NDE drowning that communicated to me that this flower has a strength inside of it and that it wanted to tell me about it and that I would have this strength inside of me. But all of a sudden, this wildflower memory of this at 5 years old, suddenly, this wildflower image I'm sitting here looking at and thinking, wildflower, cure colon cancer? And I sat up and I'm like, if God isn't speaking to me right now, he never did. Like I
Wow.
knew with every fiber in my being, God is telling me this dandelion will cure my husband's cancer. And before this, anybody said, oh, got to try this for cancer, try that. I was like, no, we got the best doctors. And they said no herb, no diet, no food, nothing will help. I don't want to go down all those rabbit holes. And then now we got incurable, we got to accept it. All those feelings were gone because now I have this hope he's going to be cured. And I don't know
Wow.
how. Now I'm seeing how. And I started doing the research and the AI research and everything.
Amazing.
And it's real. And I told my husband, you need to get dandelion root. He picks up his phone. He calls the health food store down the road. Um, and yeah, they got it. We get get your shoes on. We get in the car. We go get it. He takes it in the parking lot before we even leave. That was July 19th. 2 days later, we go to his oncologist. They always do every like once a month. They do his CEA, like the level in his blood cancer. It had went from 14 to 2 in 2 days since he started dandelion root.
Wow.
In 2 weeks, they
Amazing.
did his CT scans, and everything had either shrunk or disappeared. Before this, it was just growing, spreading, getting bigger, and
Wow.
then it entered his lungs. He was on chemo. They said chemo will not cure it. Chemo will not slow it. It may help with symptoms. He didn't have any symptoms, but he said I'm not giving up. So that's why he was on chemo. But everything was getting worse on chemo, just like they said it would. He started dandelion root and everything's going away. And then 2 months later,
I
went and got
believe in it in all of my heart that yeah,
yeah.
it's amazing, beautiful story.
Yep. Then 2 months later, the scan showed everything's gone. And then he just went last week for another scan. Still, everything's gone. Yesterday, he went to his oncologist. He's off chemo. He's going to do
It's
scans every two
amazing.
months, make sure nothing's starting again. And we said,
Nature
we
is part
believe
of
it's
us
dandelion root. And he said,
because
well, they
nature
haven't
is
done
part
human
of us.
trials. Hmm.
Yes, yes, it's amazing. It's nature. Nature is part of us. It's part of the creation of God. It's
Yeah. And
yes.
what's fascinating to me is I just knew because, wait a minute, the strength inside that wildflower will, will cure cancer. And the evidence was there. And so now our job is to try to prove it to the medical community because they won't do human trials. As long as it's not done on humans, doctors can't say. They can say, well, it worked, yes, in the petri dishes. It worked well in animals studies. But until it works well in humans, we can't. Well, guess what? FDA, I found out, has refused to go on to human trials for 10 years. And so
Yes,
here we
because
are. We have the cure for
they can't
cancer.
do a patent. They can't do patent on herbs.
Right.
They need a patent to be to it's the money. It's the money. If
Yeah.
they don't have a patent, they can't earn money. If they can't earn money, they prefer us to become to keep being ill because we are more productive as a ill people, you know. It's like that. It's unbelievable. People don't believe me when I'm telling them that it's not in their interest to find a cure because especially not from the planets, you know, because you can't patent the earth, you can't patent the nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will not go there. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It's
It's
like
part
you
of the
will watch your
metrics.
patients die just so you're not out
Yes,
of a
I know.
job. I mean,
I know.
and I'm
I
like,
know I'm doing a Chinese medicine, so I know I'm deep inside this world that you're telling me about.
look
It's
into the
every day I
dandelion
see it.
root. I interviewed Dr. Pandy that
I
does the
know it.
research. Uh-huh.
I know it, of course. I
Yeah.
know it's part of the medicine that I use. It's
Is it?
amazing. We can cure crazy stuff, and they still we believe in this Western medicine that it's not for our best interest. You
So
know,
you
in
know it?
China,
You know that dandelion root cures cancer?
yes, I know.
Is it like
I
keep it
know more than
quiet or what is it?
that.
Are people supposed to keep it
Uh,
quiet or what's going on?
no, in our community of herbalize and Chinese doctors and natural remedies, and we know about it. It's no, we know.
What, why is it kept secret?
It's not. If you go to
Okay.
a Chinese doctor, he will give you. Yeah.
He will give a Chinese
The
doctor will give
doctors
you.
don't give it. Yeah, Chinese doctors, of course. Yeah. Herbalist also. The doctors will not give it and they will not recommend it, but we see miracles every day in our it's amazing. I started to tell you about the Chinese medicine. You know, in China, the Chinese doctor he got paid only if the village was healthy. If one of the people of the village were ill, his salary was cut off. It's think about it for a moment.
Yeah.
Today, doctors getting money if you are ill, not if you are healthy.
Yeah.
Back then, the Chinese doctor he got paid when everyone were healthy. If one person was ill, he didn't get the salary.
He's not doing his
So
job.
his interest is to get everybody healthy. So his motivation was okay, I must make everyone healthy because if someone will get ill, I will not get paid. So he called every day to check, are you okay? Do you eat okay? Do you eat the vegetables? Stop drinking the Coca-Cola because he was chasing after people to make them keep the root the keep the healing process, you know, the life that we need to live like a healthy life. We need to eat more vegetables, more fruits, drink healthy water because also the water can be toxic. And so he was he's think about your state of mind, like your conscience when you need to make sure that everyone keep be healed, like cured and not get sick. It's the opposite of what is going on today. The completely opposite. They get paid only when we are ill. So their interest is different. All of their consciousness, their view, it's different. It's like a different type of looking through the mirror, you know, it's different. So I hope one day it will be like that the doctors get paid if we are all keep healthy, because nutrition and fruits, vegetables, herbs, they have a very unique role in our health. You know, also in China, when I was with the jaw was broken, I studied the herbs, the Chinese herbs. So Anat was asking from this guy to find me a herb that will stop the bleeding. And he found these herbs and I put it in my mouth and it helped me for a few days. It slowed the bleeding.
Huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's just my husband keeps saying God gives us everything we need. It's our job to find it. So,
Yes, we need to keep looking. We need to look and look and look and not get satisfied with only one opinion. We need to find I did it. I for my health because I was also I had the diabetes. So today I'm with my diabetes, but I'm not with pills. I don't take insulin and I don't take pills. I do nutrition. I do a nutrition that heal the diabetes, and and it was healed. And I also had IV to when I was in the hospital with herbs. that
Mm.
in China, it's Chinese medicine. They put the herbs in the IV system and they put it inside your veins and it cure diabetes. It's cured. And I didn't had diabetes for 20 years. My diabetes came back only now in my 40s.
Oh,
So it's amazing. Yeah, it was herbs in IV inside my vein. And when I asked the doctor, can I have it? Can you write me what are the herbs inside this ingredients? And he said, no, it's a secret. We don't give it to the West.
what
The
type
West
diabetes
will,
are you? Are you one or two?
I'm too.
Two.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's from trauma. Diabetes from trauma.
Huh.
Yes. So it's cured me for 20 years. So yes, it's amazing. There is amazing. And then when I was trying to heal my spirit because of I told you the post trauma I had, I did everything. I went to Bach flowers, if you know. I did yoga therapy. I did Watso in the water. I did psychology. I did everything. Theta healing, that acupuncture. Whatever there is, I tried. I didn't stop looking, and I never gave up. Like I made a promise for myself back then when I was in China in the mud tent. I made when I walk into the mountain, I made a promise to myself that I will not give up. If I want something, I will bring the same type of resilience and willpower in everything I do in my life. Like because before I was a different person. I gave up really fast. I was like everything make me very frustrated. How to say?
Frustrated?
Like frustrated. Yes,
Mhm.
I don't say so good. Everything made me very low, like frustrated, and I didn't have the power, and I gave up of everything. Like I didn't want to try. Everything was too much for me. And now I promise myself if I want something, I need to know what I want, yeah. But if I want something, I will not give up. Like I know if you are not giving up and you keep trying, you will find a way. There is always a way. Always a way. You just need to find it as you did, but you pull it from up, you talk with God. So you had a shortcut. But if you ask, God provide. If you ask honestly, if you ask, if you tell, the voice is very important because God has this how you say contract with us that we have a free will. So he can't interfere with our free will. So if we want something, we need to ask it. We need to say, it's a rule. If you want something, you need to say it out loud. You need to say it. Even inside of you, you need to say, I want A, B, C. God will not do it until you will ask because there is the free will law. So you tell him, I want help me with that. Like you said, please God help me. So he provide. He gave you the answers. And most of the answers are like you said, it's or you can hear a voice in your head. Sometimes we can confuse because nobody taught us how to recognize the divine voice
Right.
between our voice or between the doubt voice or the fear voice. We can't know. We can't tell the difference because nobody taught us. We don't we learn so much stupid stuff, and this is
I
like the most
know.
important
I know. That's
most
one
important
thing that we're
stuff in
not
our
getting.
life and we don't know it.
Yeah. And I think,
And
having had NDE and having heard that voice so clearly, and then coming back, it makes it easier to recognize. But it took me a long time because at first I was scared of it. At first, it come back as in rescuing children that were dying, drowning, choking, a car wreck up the road, Like I had to go right now. I had to do this thing, and it was scared me. Like what's taking over? What's happening to me? It took over. It was not a free will choice. It was, I heard a child cry, nobody else heard. And, I went out in this field and like, well, God, why am I out here? And it said, go over that grass. I thought, there's nothing over in that tall grass. And here's a little boy and just choking. And then not long after that
Wow.
was going down the road and our three little boys in the back seat. My husband's driving and all of a sudden it's like, pull over. And I jumped out of the car, went into this house. I don't know who lives there. I don't know this neighborhood. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I'm like, I'll have to say when they answer the door, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got the wrong house. But because I don't know why, but I had to go. But it was my ex-sister-in-law opened the door. And I said, what are you doing here? And she says, oh, it's my sister. She rents this house. I'm babysitting my nephew. I said, take me to him right now. And I ran through the house. He was in his bedroom with the door shut, choking on Easter basket grass. And I
Oh
ended
my,
up, unplugging this kid's throat and saving his life. And I'm like, I got in the car and I told my husband was driving home and we're just looking at each other. And I said, I don't know,
wow. It's
I don't,
amazing story. It's
what's
crazy
happening.
story.
And then after that was sitting on the deck and I was like, you know what, I want the radio off for a change. We put the boys down for a nap and sunbathe a while with the radio on the deck. I want the radio off today. No more sat down. I heard a slight scuff noise that you would not pay any attention to, but something was telling me, go check it out, go check it out. So I got up and I said, I heard something. I'm gonna go check it out. And my husband followed me because now he's realizing what goes on with her. And it was a car wreck up the top of the hill, had hit a tree and two guys were ejected from the back seat down into this long cliff that goes down to a creek. And the other two was up front with their heads laying on the dashboards with broken necks. And so, we called the squad and the life flight come and all this, but I didn't understand. I didn't connect it to near-death experience. I didn't know what was going on with me. I had no explanation. And then I started working child protection and I just knew things. Like this newborn is just about dead. And everybody else like, what are you talking about? I'm telling you, he's about dead. Come to find out he had severe failure to thrive, severely dehydrated, and all this. And people was just starting to look at me like, how does she know this stuff? I don't know. I was so busy. I did 75% of the cases when I worked there. And um,
Wow.
so I would
Do
just
you do
know
you believe
stuff.
everyone has this power?
Back
You
then
believe that everyone can
I
have
did
this power?
back then I didn't think of it as power. I looked at it as like must have been where I was abused child growing
Connection.
up that I just connect with kids or something, just have this intuition. And it wasn't
Mm,
until I started writing my memoir that I started putting the pieces together like a puzzle. Like, wait a minute.
wow.
I get this now. Aha moments all through. And then even after that, it's taken me a while and I really messed up a few years back. We were coming through town and there was a sign that said road closed due to accident. And the moment my husband opened the door to go ask the cop that was standing there if we could go on down this road, even though they had it closed because we live right down this other road, as soon as he stepped out, immediately I knew. I knew, and I couldn't wait for my husband to come back. He got back in the car. I said, it was a motorcycle accident, wasn't it? I said, they think it was just a man that was in it, but there was a woman on the back and they don't know it because she was flown off it and they can't find her. And I got to go down there and I got to tell them that she's in there. And my husband's like, we're not allowed down there. And I just bugged everybody. I called my friend. I knew where it happened. I said, is this road closed right in front of your house? She's, yeah. And I says, do you think I could come down there because I just know this and that? And I regret it that I didn't just go because the next day I looked in the news because I thought, did they find her? Because I just knew. And there in the news was a guy called the cops and he says, I think my mom was on the back of that motorcycle. Could somebody go look for her? I think she was with that guy that was on that. And they went and they found her in the weeds, dead. And so I have
Oh,
just kicked
wow.
myself and I'm like, you better start listening to that voice. You better, I kicked things in
Wow.
gear after that to the point where when I hear that I know it without a doubt, it comes in. It's not me. It's not something I would say. And it's just, it's like a fine art. You know what I mean? It's like learn to play piano or anything else.
Yes.
It takes practice.
Yes. I agree totally. Yes. It's like a fine art. I love this
And like you
yes,
said, why don't we
true.
teach
And
this? Especially to
I don't know
children.
if we start teaching it at school or 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 leave school at all, you know. I don't know how much we need really this school system. But if we will teach it from, children are so open, you know, their brain are in theta waves until 7 years old. So they can reach all the time the information. They are so open, they are so connected. Their antennas are open. And at the age of 7, it starts to shut down. And we need to practice them to keep it up, you know. The problem is, if children are too sensitive, they having a very hard time to live in our world that as it is like now. Because if they are too open, they it's too much for them. So they need to close a bit. If we would, I don't know. I think humanity must have her change. We must change. We must do the change. You know, we must change the way we live, the way we think, the way we reach out, the way we learn. Everything we need to change. The world as now we live. It feels like you also feel it. I'm sure that it's a lie. It's not normal. Like it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be more with nature, more respecting nature, more taking care of nature, eating more healthy, more grounding. It's not supposed to be like that. It's sometimes it's I feel so bad, really. Sometimes I wake up and I feel that like we are living this opposite life. It's not supposed to be like that.
I
But I
remember
hope
I remember my
if we
first
are
moment.
talking about that, and
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm saying we are talking about it, and maybe we get people to think about it and open their minds to it. And even if
Mhm.
one person is holding this realization in his mind, it's a change already for me, you know, just to be aware.
Mhm. Yeah, and we need to listen more, not just to, each other, but, different ages, children. I remember my kids looking at me and saying, they were watching me talk to their children, and they said, "Look at your mom talking to her, her." Like, well, yeah, why wouldn't I? Like, like they talk, people just talk at children, like, and
Yes,
I
I
just
know.
wanted to hear what they had to say, what they were thinking, what, is going on. And I just sit down, and one little granddaughter, she's 7 months old, and we communicate so much with our eyes. Just looking at each other's eyes and me watching each other's faces. Probably like you when you couldn't talk. You learn a different
Yes,
communication of listening and people
yes.
listening to you.
Even with this Chinese guy that carried me, we had this different type of communicating. We just like we connected. We just understood each other without talking, and we had so much different between us. We had the different language, different. Everything was different. We were not in any level the same. He was a Chinese young guy. I was a foreign woman from uh, and we connected. We really connected with like we didn't need to use words, you know.
That
It's
guy that
amazing. By
found
the
you and
way,
took you
I found
through the,
him.
did you? Okay.
Yes, I found him. I almost forgot to tell you that I was really, really hoping to reach out and find him because he saved my life and I
Yeah.
couldn't. And it took me for so many years to find him, and I did. Eventually, I found the guy with the help of my friend. Sister-in-law that she is from China, and I reached out to him and we talked. And even last year I was there. I was in China. I met him, and it was crazy to see him again. Like he took me to his house, and I went to his mother. And when his mother, you remember the story with his mother that she said, "Leave her, she's dying anyway. Like don't take her."
He told her no.
When she saw me, she almost fainted. She
Oh.
started crying. Chinese people are not crying, you know, they don't
Oh.
cry. She was crying. She said to me, "I'm sorry, I was sure you will die. I didn't believe that you will. I can't believe you are alive. It's unbelievable." She did not believe I will survive. And she hugged me like few minutes, and we cried and we laughed together, and it was a crazy meeting with this guy. And also I met this girl that was in the tent that she stopped us. And she also met me last year, and she also said, I was sure you will die. I can't believe you're alive. It's so lucky, she said. And I told her it's a miracle, it's not a luck. And she said, no, it's luck. We don't have miracles in China.
We
They
don't have
don't believe in
miracles in
miracles.
China.
And I was, what do you mean you don't have miracles? She said, no, we don't have miracles. We believe in luck. But luck is so little, it's a miracle. It's crazy. And she said, sorry, this is it. This is China. We believe in luck. And we had an argument about the luck, God, and divine and strength. And they see everything so different from us. But it was amazing to see him. It was amazing, amazing to see him. Such a healing process, and it's like a closure also, to see the man that left everything and rescue me on foot. A stranger. I was a total stranger for him, and he's now. I feel we are like family now. I
Wow,
still talk with him, and we still
awesome.
connect.
When did you write your book?
It's amazing.
Is that your cover your
I
book
write
back
my
there? Is that
Yes,
the
yes.
restaurant you were in when it collapsed? Is that the picture?
I it's this is more like this
Oh,
is picture from oh, you see it's
okay.
yeah, it's the area that was broken. Yes,
Wow.
it's from China, this photo. And it's not the exact restaurant, but it was next to the restaurant. And I started to write it. It took me a long time to write it. Did you had a long time writing your book also?
No,
How
I
much
grabbed
how
my
long did it
laptop
take you?
one day out of the blue, started writing. I wrote for three
Oh my
months.
God.
I was done.
Oh, wow, you're amazing. Oh my God.
I
You're
hardly
such an
ate,
amazing
hardly
woman.
slept. Something just hit me that morning, and something just told me to do it like chronological order. My earliest memory,
It feels
next
like
on.
if you're fully connected, huh? It's like it's take over you. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. And one
Wow,
morning
it took me so long.
I had the book about done. I woke up one morning. I thought, I'm gonna get on Facebook a few minutes before I start writing. And where it says, "What are you thinking?" on Facebook, I started typing poems. Like I don't write poems.
Wow.
And so I put them in the back of
Yeah.
my book. And I was like,
Wow, it's amazing. I would love to read your book. How can I get it?
I can
From
send it to
Amazon?
you in an email if you can open it up in Kindle
Amazing.
through email. Yeah, I give more away
Okay.
than
Do you
people
do you sell
buy.
it?
So yeah, anybody wants a copy of
Do
my
you sell
book,
it on Amazon? I
huh?
would like to buy it because it's
Oh,
good
it's
for
on
for buying
Amazon.
from an
Yeah,
author.
yeah. It's
I
now
will buy from Amazon.
I
I
read
think
it.
people should buy it.
It's in two
I think
parts. Part
people should pay for it because it's our creation. So
Well, I read the first part. There's in part one and part two. I read part one. It takes like 4 hours, and I read it on my channel. It's like a year ago that I have to scroll down and find it. But um, but I read the first
okay,
half of
okay.
it, which is
How
like
is it
from
called
birth
there? Remind me
to
because
when I got married. Huh?
I saw the name of the book, but remind me the name of the book.
The
Oh,
I'll get it
sorry.
right here.
So
Wait,
I
put
it
it
took me.
on.
Oh yeah,
Can you see it? I know it was on
wildflower. The
The Wheel of a
wildflower. Oh my
Wildflower.
God, the wildflower
That's
again.
what I'm
Oh my
saying. My
God,
husband was cured by a wildflower. You know,
it's
how crazy.
amazing.
The cure
Oh,
for
I will not
cancer,
forget this name.
the cure for cancer is literally the will of a wildflower. That dandelion is the first food for like bees and butterflies and animals after winter before other plants can sustain them. And it is so
Wow.
strong. The roots are so strong. And, this growing out of mud, cracked dry, because that's what I saw after my drowning. Dad took us fishing, and felt led, and I got wandering off, and a voice saying, "Come over here, come over here." Like, I don't want to go over there. It's ugly. I want to go over here where it's pretty. And there's a lake. No, come over here. I'm like, I don't want to. And that's how I know when the voice is real. When I started learning that it was real, it's always something I don't want to do. It's not me. And so I sit down, 'cause I'm
That's
5 years old, and I sit down,
amazing.
and there's dry, cracked mud. Like there had been a flood and it dried out, it's real ugly. But there was a wildflower growing out from under a rock. And I sat there, it's like, how did you do this? You grew out from under a rock. And it become my friend, somebody to talk to, and this communication started. I'm not saying the
You know,
flower had a
you are
mouth,
a
and
bit
no, it was just
you,
a telepathic knowing, like
you
I
are
had
a
during the
bit a
drowning.
wildflower. You are a wildflower yourself, you know? Think about it. It's
My
like
I my nickname
it's
was
you.
Wildflower for a couple years in high school. Me and my friends decided we were like
Yeah,
these
it's
hippies
like
or something,
you're
and I
a
was like, okay, I'm
flower
Wildflower.
that was raised
Yeah,
you're a flower that raised from the
yeah.
hard ground, you
Yeah,
know?
and come find out with the cancer, when the wildflower goes in our body, cancer, it wants to make pathways to our other organs, metastasize. And the wildflower, when you
Yes,
put it in your body, it stops it from making pathways, and then it
exactly.
causes the cancer to commit suicide.
Wow,
It can't
amazing. It stopped
kill you,
the
it kills itself. And in less than
it's
3 months,
amazing.
my husband's incurable, two incurable cancers, peritoneal and
It's an
small intestine.
amazing story. It's really an
Yeah.
amazing story.
And
I'm
so
really glad that we
we're in
podcast this
shock
story because people
still.
should know about it.
Yeah. And so now my mission has been near death experiences, but now there's a cure for cancer. It's a wildflower. It's a dandelion. And that's like that. I told my husband that this is he says, well, you're not going to convince anybody. You're not. I said, you watch me. You sit back and you watch me.
Yeah,
Because the
go Peggy.
wildflower can go through anything. And yesterday I was praying,
Yes,
and I was
exactly.
like, God, nobody's listening. We just met with this oncologist, and he said, yeah, it's rare, because these are incurable. That's what you said. You said this, you said, yeah, yeah. And I said, so has this happened before where this cancer is cured? These kind of cancers are not curable. And he said, it's rare. It's rare.
Wow.
And I said, well, we believe it was a dandelion. And he said, well, there hasn't been human trials. Until there's human trials, we can't say that.
You know, there is a story about belief, how strong it is, because also in my story, I talk about a lot about belief system. And there is a story about this person that he heard about this cure for cancer and he flew all the way to this clinic and he took the remedy and he had also colon cancer and he was cured. He was cured. He paid a lot of money for this new medicine, and he was cured for 10 years. After 10 years, it was an article in the newspaper that this clinic was a fake and this cure was fake. The moment he read it, he got the cancer back, and after 3 months, he died.
I have heard,
You
um,
know this story?
yes,
It's crazy story
I don't know if it's the
that
exact
show us
story, but it's very
how
similar.
much the belief system it's crucial.
I
He
have,
believe in the
yeah, I have
sorry.
even wondered, when I heard God say nothing going to happen to Jim, and I went down and told him, and then I seen that, was it the power of belief? I have these doubts. Was it the dandelion? Or was it the power of belief?
It's
That
together.
went,
I
because
think
now that I believed, he believed even more, and we knew that this dandelion was going to cure it, and
I
it
think
did.
it's together. I think
You
there
know,
is power for herbs, but if you believe, you boost the power. If you believe in something, you boost it. You I've like a crystal, you know, crystal it's a magnifier. So the belief it's magnifier your inner strength. So if the flower had this strength, your belief will magnify it. So it's
I'm
amazing.
picturing your horse. You didn't have the strength to come back. And so a horse brought you back. And all you could say was the horse, the horse, horse, because you still had that imagery. And yesterday I was praying about God, telling God, okay, the doctor says this and this other doctor says that, and everybody online is saying it couldn't have, it couldn't have, it couldn't have, but it did. And I was like, so all these people are saying this, like you trying to silence me. I don't know what to do. I heard God say, but you know why they're saying it. And I tried to tell my husband that he didn't understand what I meant. I said, I understand perfectly what God meant. You know why they're saying it. You know why the doctor's saying it. You know why that doctor's saying it. You know why those people online are saying it. You know why these other people, you know why, and I do. I know why every one of them is saying it. That doesn't make this not true. It's like they don't have
Mm.
eyes to see. They don't have ears to hear. And I know this. And so it's like, are you going to, well, this didn't go further, but my conclusion is, am I going to believe what all these fools say or what I know?
Exactly. It's like we need to choose our belief system, where to put our faith. It's all the time. It's like we need to choose every day, like what we are putting our faith in. And it's really important to choose wisely, you know? Not put our faith in everything that we see or hear, like to choose it, to choose the good. By the way, how do you know if it's the divine voice or your voice or the fear voice? I teach it. It's you need to listen carefully if the voice is optimistic, and it's saying the good stuff, even if it's impossible right now, because it can see the good. It can it's it, the divine voice is so optimistic. It can see the good stuff that they are not even there yet. And the fear voice or the doubt voice or our human voice, it's more with he compares. The divine voice will never compare. He compares. Did I do that? When I did that, what she's doing, what he's doing, like all the comparing, it's the low voice. It's not the divine voice. Also criticizing and judgmental. It's the low. If you judge, if the voice is judging or um or criticizing something, it's not the divine voice. The divine voice, it's always good. It's always give you strength to do more, to believe more, to never give up, to believe in yourself. So it's do you
Yeah, it's kind of
agree
like
it's like
there's
that for you?
yeah, like we all have this like jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber, and then we have the, you know,
Ooh.
take a deep breath
Yes,
and let it flow.
exactly, exactly. So maybe
So
one day we will open a course together of how to connect your inner voice. I hope your divine voice. You have do you teach? Do you do courses like that?
I don't
No?
know. One thing I have been interested in doing is it's called induced after death communication. Dr. Alan Botkin has a book out. He's since retired. He doesn't do it anymore. But he was a for the veterans, a psychiatrist, and developed a technique by accident and started using it, and everybody started trying it. Anyway, he put out this book. I seen this video years ago, and it struck my interest. And so I bought the book. And at the end of the book, it tells you how to do it. And it worked. I did it one time with my husband, and it worked. It's what happened was, veterans, they have PTSD. They can't get past things. It ruins their lives, their relationships. And they do this eye desensitizing thing, like they take, like, say something, and your eyes do move like this. Seems like strange, but what it does is it puts your eyes in the sleep, the REM sleep movement. And I
Hmm.
guess it
Oh
processes
yeah.
things quicker, right? And but they changed his technique with it to where suddenly he accidentally did a technique. So what did I do different? Everybody's starting to have after death communication, like a near death experience, like seeing someone that's
Wow.
passed on this communication. And it's so healing to them that they're just like one session, they're healed. And so I thought, I told my husband, I said, okay, I got my little notes here of how to do this. And I got the little steps and eye movements. And his brother died when he was 5 years old of leukemia, his younger brother, Jeff. And I said, let's do it on that. And my husband's not a woo-woo person, he's like, don't even watch my channel very much at all. And so I tried it with him and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, this is stupid. This isn't working. And all of a sudden, something catches my eye and I turn my head from him and I look and we had a wall in our kitchen at the time, just was a plain wall. And I see if it was a huge TV screen, like it was huge. And this guy, this looks like Indian guy, like maybe 17 to 20 or something. Nice looking guy, just darker skin, darker hair. And he's running and as he's running, he glances towards me and grins and turns back and keeps going. Like, what the heck? His brother died when he was 5. Who's this guy, What the heck did I just see? And as I turned to tell my husband what I just saw, I don't say anything at first because he's sitting there, tears come down his face.
Why?
He saw
Wow.
his brother of the age he was. He goes, I said, what's wrong? He says, that's the first time I've remembered my brother since he died. He couldn't remember in his memory what he looked like, but just remembered him. I said, was he darker skinned? Because my husband's family all real light skin and real light blue eyes. But this guy looked like Indian skin and dark brown eyes, and his parents are prejudiced, which is what we don't ever agree on, right? And so I went to his mom and I said, Did did Jeff have darker skin than the rest of you? Did he have dark brown eyes? Did he look kind of Indian? And she was, yeah, he did. I thought for sure she would say,
Wow.
because the pictures of the kids are black and white photos, so I can't tell anything. And I can't pick out one brother from another. And she's, yeah, he did. I thought she would get mad, like, how dare you? Because I know they're prejudiced people. She, yeah, he did. Like, how would I know that? I said, I saw this Indian guy running through this wheat field, this beautiful golden wheat field with beautiful blue sky background. And I had a connection with him ever since then, after that. And it's the only time I've done that technique, and I've often thought about doing it with other people because I
And
feel
this
I
technique,
have a
it's the eye
gift.
movement.
hmm They,
It's more about the eyes.
yeah, it's like I'll tell them to remember the trauma, like to go to the worst part of their feelings, but not of the guilt or like the core sadness of it. And then you pick up something and you move their eyes a few times, and then you talk a little more, and then you pick up and you just have them move their eyes, then you talk a little more, and then it spontaneously happens on its own. It's called Induced After
Wow.
Death Communication. His book is just initials IADC, Induced After Death. And
I wonder what is the eyes, why the eyes are, the movement
um
is so connected to the brain or
they
something.
said
It's
they don't know how
interesting.
it works, just that it does work.
Yes, it's really, wow, it's so interesting.
And I wanted to, but I tell you
Amazing.
why I've been hesitant all these years to do it again. One, I don't know if I want detached people follow me around like his brother has since then. Not all the time, but there were
Yes.
times when it comes to his mom dying and things, I knew he was there. Um, and I don't know if I want those attachments. And two, I was
You need
raised,
to do protections.
yeah.
You need to do protection. You need to close your aura. You can close it by zipping it, you know? If you zip your aura, you can close it. You do this movement. You do from your belly button and you just pull it up like you're zipping and you close it. This is one of many techniques for closing your aura or protection, doing your own protection. Because people like I do, most of my days I'm in the clinic and I cure people and I need to put a lot of protections because it's all the time, all the time. I can take suffer, I can take low vibration of feelings inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
I can, it's like it's energy wants to change place, wants to change, to change. So it's just, if I pull it out, it wants to come to me. So I
Yeah.
need all the time to do these protections. And I also see entities and spirits. So I need to really take care because it's can really, I can suffer from it a lot.
Right.
So I all the time learning how to do more and more protection. But this one, it's very good. So every time you do this session, you need to just close it, close your
But see, I do that
close
with
your
people, not just, someone that's passed, something like that. I do it with people. If I'm around, like you, talking to you, even though it's on a computer, I will carry you around with me for a while. I'll probably be talking in your accent when I get off here and start talking to my husband. I do that. I don't mean to. It's just, I just pick up that person's energy so
Yeah, it's
much.
happened. It's because we are open. I'm the same. I'm the same. We are the same. We are very open. So we are, our spirit, because we are talking and our hearts opens, our energies start to come together. So I pick a bit of you and you pick a bit of me. So we are like coming together. It's an amazing word, but we don't understand it,
And that's
unfortunately.
why
But
I started the channel. I just love talking to NDEers. I live in Southeast East Ohio. There's no NDEers around here, and people, because people are told by their pastors it's the devil. I have found that out. A pastor down the road says,
I
yes, they
I
have
saw
told
the
me, and I tell them it's
podcast
the
with
devil.
the I saw the podcast with the guy that had this supplement that he died, and he had with you. I saw it. It was very good, and yeah, and he said that the churches, where when he's not all of the churches want to hear him because and it was wow, wow, it's weird because it's connecting to God. And also your podcast, you learn so much because everyone that had this NDE experience comes back with so much knowledge. It's like it's amazing. You learn so much. Only from that guy I learned so much. He had these 10 rules. You remember that guy? uh,
Yes.
so it's
Yeah. I'll tell you
so you,
something personal. A few months back, someone very dear to me told me that I need to stop talking about this. It's not real. It's chemicals to the brain. I need to go to church. I need to read my Bible. And they were so angry when they told me. And I had no idea they saw me like that. And when I saw the dandelion that day on my phone and said, I thought, I got a choice to make. Believe that person, to discount everything I know or what I'm seeing right here in my hand and what I know for a fact, every fiber in my being. It's like a choice. And it was like that was set up like God. And he told me at the time, he says, God meant for us to have this conversation right now, don't you? I said, yeah, I do.
wow.
But I said, one day when you're an old man, you're going to remember this and you're going to regret saying this to me. No, I won't. And so it was almost like a temptation, like you hear like Christ and temptations. And it felt like when I saw that, are you going to take that temptation and believe all this is nonsense? Are you going to believe what's right here in the palm of your hand?
Wow. It's really goes back to my story in this moment, to believe the doctors with walking or believe the inner voice. I know these junctions in life that you need to choose between going right and left, in going with your belief or going with the doubt. People bring you doubt all the time. It's the I told you, it's the number one enemy of humanity. It's doubt. I told told you, now you
Yes,
understand,
it's true.
because the doubt could take you away from the curing of your husband. Think about
Yeah.
it.
If we don't have hope, we don't have anything, right? I mean, hope is everything. Like the guy that, oh, this will cure your cancer and didn't. And then he found out that it doesn't. And then he just died because, oh, it doesn't, so I'm dead. And
Yeah,
The placebo effect, they call it. But so much cures people
exactly.
from a placebo effect, the belief. And, I've
Exactly.
had people say so many times that say their child's in the hospital, they're dying, and they don't allow anybody to come in that room that says this child's going to die. They only want someone to speak positive
Amazing.
around them.
Wow.
And there's a lot of
Wow.
power in that
Yes.
I don't think we're teaching people the power of positivity. It was just a slogan, but there's a lot packed in those two words.
Wow. Maybe one day, me and you, Peggy, we
We're going to save
will
the
do
world.
this
We're going to cure
seminar.
cancer. But I
Do
won't take
this
up your all
seminar of
day. I know we've went
positivity.
on too long.
Yes.
But
Yes,
is there
yes.
anything else that
Thank
you
you. It
wanted to?
was amazing talking with you, really. We could go on for hours, I think.
Yeah. How long has your book been out?
My he my English version is really up for like 2 months or one
Okay.
month. Like it's really fresh. It's really freshly out,
They can find it
and
on
it's a
Amazon.
good book.
I'll put a
Yes, you
link.
can find it on Amazon.
I'll put a
Thank
link in the
you. And
description.
it's a really good book. And even in the end, I put this um like how to um take like realization into life, like simple tools for deep healing. Like I put like tools that you can read. Um, I got really good response to the book. People said it was very carrying away. It's
I wanted to
getting
ask
over
you,
this.
what made you contact me to be on? Because that I invited you, it was like in 2022 or something, like 3 years ago. And you responded just like a month ago.
I had this feeling.
Sorry.
I got this feeling to reach out. I don't know. It was from the voice, really. It was
Yeah.
from higher. I had this voice that said, "The connector, you are ready. You are ready to do more English podcasts because my English is okay. I think I took the challenge. I think it was good. Yeah, it was
Okay. I have a lot of
it was good.
friends with NDE podcasts, so you're open to being a guest?
Yes, yes, I would
Okay. I'll
love.
let them
Yes,
know.
thank
Okay.
you.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and maybe that was the right time because of your crazy dandelion story with the wildflower. Maybe this is the time we needed to meet. And thank you for having me. I was sure the door is closed because it's been for a few years since then.
No, never
And
closed.
thank
I
you.
don't do many.
You're
Since my husband got
amazing.
sick
And
two
I
years.
really want to buy
Mhm.
your book and read it.
Okay.
What? Sorry?
Oh, since my husband got sick about 2 years ago, I've slowed way down my channel. I was up to like over 50,000 views a day. My channel, I was just cranking it out, and I just stepped back for a lot of different reasons, but ended up working out well because I needed to
Course.
focus on him and get him well. So,
Course, it's take your energy and of course, I can understand. And actually, maybe this is why it was not the right time for me to contact you 2 years ago. It was 2 years
right.
ago. Think
We
about
would have
it.
had a very different
You see,
conversation.
unbelievable. You see, it's also timing is it's divine.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
is divine. Really, it's amazing.
Well, I wish you lived next door so we could have coffee sometimes, sit on the swing.
It was really a pleasure talking with you. Wow.
Yeah.
It was really a pleasure. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. Okay. I'll get this sent out to you later today.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for
Uh-huh.
everything. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna buy it. Can you have the link for your book? Where can I find it? Like, can you send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send you a
Or
link.
is it
I'll
or
send you a
it's
link.
on your YouTube?
I'll send you a link. It's fine. Yeah, I'll send it to you an
Thank you.
email. Uh-huh. Bye.